Hi guys, this is One Piece chapter 981, joining the fight, and this chapter was quite good indeed. It was a simple chapter, but I enjoyed it a fair bit amount. So we got this nice little color spread of the group, the Straw Hat group, in this little club disco area, and as I've noticed, not everyone's in the picture. So some people are missing, like Jinbei. This could have been his chance to be in the cover spread. His first color cover spread as an official Straw Hat member, but disappointingly, he's not in here either. And Frankie and Robin, I didn't really see them in this color spread either. So I was, it's kind of weird that they're not in this because they're Straw Hats as well, and only those two are missing as well. Nevertheless, getting into the chapter, I gotta say, Apu Scratchman, he actually survived the hit because that hit looked pretty devastating indeed. But you can see that he's clearly been damaged. But he's quite a durable guy because he managed to get up in a sense, and he wasn't knocked out. And we see uh Kid kind of what do you call it, grab him by the neck and like ask him why. And he just showing his frustration to Kid and saying how Kaido, Apu was already in format for Kaido the entire time. That's why, even before they joined alliance anyway. So that's what it's about. And Apu, you got to put some respect on Apu Scratchman, because nobody took this guy seriously. Like, if we're talking about the One Piece community, his name was never mentioned as like someone uh as a big deal in the, what do you call it, the supernovas. Like, he was always slept on, but he's actually holding his own. So you kind of have to respect Apu in this sense, because in this one moment we see a Kid get scratched by well, not scratched, like you see Kid get cut by Apu's music swords anyway. And with that, but it looks like Kid tanked that pretty well. He looks like he didn't really take any damage, to be honest. And with that, they kind of get out of there. And yeah, and we got a lot of enemies. And we see Luffy and Zoro meet up with Kid and Killer, and their exchange is pretty funny because I thought it was comedic in a sense. I thought it was so comedic. So Luffy scolding Kid, and Zoro is scolding Luffy for scolding Kid, and Kid is scolding Zoro for scolding Luffy. And it's kind of funny, but Killer's also he's like the, what do you call it, the straight man in this gag, because he thinks they're all idiots, to be honest. But I quite like the dynamic that these three are forming anyway, because it's a bit of banter, and it's going to be quite sad what if one day Luffy has to fight Kid to the death or something like that, because they are still rivals in a sense. But for now, it's pretty banter, to be honest. And we I think we learned about Apu Scratchman's weakness. So we see Apu Scratchman using another attack, and all everyone just covers their ears, and with that they take no damage. So that's it seems to be quite a blatant flaw in Apu Scratchman's devil ability. I mean, it seems to be a really big weakness if all you have to do is not hear the music. So someone like let me think of his what was his name? Corazon, Doflamingo's brother. He would be the ultimate counter to Apu Scratchman. In a sense, he can make like a field where music isn't really, I mean, where you can't really hear sound. So that's pretty crazy. So someone like that, So he used to have a big weakness. And from the translation, I can't tell if the reason they didn't get attacked was because they were covering their ears, or because they went out of range. So I don't know. But another comedic highlight of this chapter was when Kid was explaining his powers to the three idiots, but they still got their hands over their ears, so they didn't hear anything. So that was pretty hilarious. And yeah, so I got to say that was pretty funny indeed. And then we got Who's Who. He's kind of watching the scenes from above, and we can see that he's got this because he used to be a captain in his own pirates, so I'm guessing this is like his ex crew members, and they've all got like this feline kind of theme, so I'm guessing that's what his own Devil Fruit's all about. There's some cat girls, a big cat, and there's a legit cat, like so yeah. But surprisingly, he doesn't look like a cat himself, but his crew members do, because I guess he's got I suspect like the devil horn kind of gives it a different vibe. I was expecting like a bull or something. And this few panels with Who's Who kind of brings up a bit of mystery. And he talks about how Queen says he has someone to kill. Well, I do too, and I can't tell if who's who is referring to him killing Queen and kill Queen want. I can't tell if it's the straight answer, which is Queen wants to kill who's who, and who's who wants to kill Queen, or if it's something a bit more deeper where they're like actually working together. And here comes a conspiracy, but they're actually trying to kill off one of the like spies, and I feel like Queen might know who the spy is, like ex Drake. So they might have fished him out, and this would be the perfect opportunity to get rid of him anyway. But yeah, and I feel like Who's Who and Queen could be on the same page as well, could be working together or something like that. But we'll find out anyway. But that's my little 2 cents anyway on that, and that what do you call it, on that topic. And then we then move on to the scene with what do you call Amon Squad, and they're like going through the rear entrance, and they find this pleasure halls, and as soon as the word pleasure hall is mentioned, you can see Sanji's heart race, and he's just looking around, and you can see how quickly he goes through the entrance. I thought that was pretty hilarious anyway, and to Sanji's disappointment, he finds out that it's empty. Was pretty hilarious because Sanji being the guy he is, he I could feel how disappointed he is. And there's that one panel of him, like the way it's drawn, just shows his disappointment in there anyway. And with that, they rush through the pleasure corner because they think it's empty. But just as they think they've got a lucky break, we see this one door open up, and it's no other than Big Mom, and the person she sees is Chopper. So that's going to be quite interesting interaction because of how they were interacting before she regained the memory. And I want to see what Big Mom's going to be like. And she's kind of dressing up for that fancy kimono style, I'm guessing. But yeah, so yeah, she's been getting ready for a while. And then the highlight of the chapter was this actually. So the Big Mom Pirates, after they got knocked down by King, they're trying to climb up the mountain again, and it's taken them a while to get back up the waterfalls. But just as they get to the top of the waterfall, we kind of get a deja vu in a sense, because instead of King knocking them down the waterfall, we get no other than Marco Phoenix. Like Marco Phoenix has come. So that's pretty crazy. And then we see Marco Phoenix do the exact same thing, and he knocks like the Big Mom Pirates off the waterfall once again. And I don't know, like the Big Mom Pirates, like they've got some of the big names on that ship as well. I mean, they got, as we can see, one of the commanders in what's she called again? Strawberry. I forgot. But the female commander, she like one of the top threes there as well. And Perez Barrow, he's meant to be the eldest son of what do you call it? The eldest son of Big Mom as well. And we've also got some of like the more senior members of the pirates there as well. And they just, I don't know, they've just turned into some comedy act and just fallen off. And so I'm not really feeling the Big Mom pirates in it. And I feel like Kaido's crew is definitely more threatening and dangerous, whereas they've just been turned into a joke, being knocked off the waterfall twice anyway. And but nevertheless, it is Marco anyway, so they don't really stand a chance against Marco. But nevertheless, that was quite comedic. And we also get this little shot of what's it called, Nekomamushi, and also Izo. So there is going to be other members of the, what do you call it, of the Whitebeard Pirates crew. So that's going to be quite interesting. And the fact that this faction has joined the crew, I mean, has joined the battle as well, is going to introduce a new dynamic as well, and it will definitely strengthen Luffy's fighting force. But what does the what do the Whitebeard Pirates have to gain from here anyway? Like they don't really have a purpose in a sense. I mean, they could be avenging Odin in a sense, but also like apart from that, they don't really have any beef with Kaido as far as we know, because the only beef they have with is Blackbeard, and Blackbeard's not here. Maybe he might come later, but as far as I'm concerned, he's not here. And but nevertheless, they will be helping out the Straw Hat crew, and it'll be a welcome addition to the fighting force. And yeah, I got to say, Onigashima is definitely shaping up to be one of the biggest war arcs. So this could be the arc that Oda was mentioning, when Oda said that he was going to make a war arc that was going to make Marineford look small in comparison. So this could be the start of the this war that I'm thinking about, because there's so many members, key players already just gathering up in Onigashima, and the ex Whitebeard Pirates, if they join the crew, then that's a lot more people. So it's like a fiesta going on in here. But I gotta say, yeah, this chapter was pretty good. And I especially enjoyed the plot progression in this chapter. Like the pacing was just good, because now we're setting up some pieces and the pieces are moving as well, so that's pretty good. And yeah, the introduction of the Whitebeard Pirates joining the fray is definitely quite intriguing, and it's got me very excited for the next chapter. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.